powers inside us that are waiting to be realized. Yogacharya says divine power is the power behind our power. It's the power that brought the universe into being. It's the power which keeps the planets in orbit. And it's the power that governs the cycles of birth, growth, and transformation in all things. We can choose to declare our oneness with that power. Yogacharya says that so long as we work to please God, all cosmic forces will assist us. When God is working with us, all of our abilities increase in power. Divine will can change the course of destiny, wake the dead, cast mountains into the sea, and create new solar systems. Because we can't see across all space and time, we can't truly know what's best for us right now. So our self-will tends to be guided by limited understanding, whereas divine will is that which is best for us from a place of total truth and love. Divine will is what we'd probably want for ourselves if we had a greater understanding. So instead of praying, I want this and I want that, we can have faith God knows best, and we can decide to ask God to use us for divine will, no matter what it is, and no matter where it takes us. We can ask for clarity and guidance on what to do next, and we can ask for the strength and courage to carry it out. Yogananda says, you'll see that you get much better things when God chooses for you. So instead of making life choices based on what we want to happen, we can take a step back and ask ourselves, what is trying to happen? And if we keep moving forward and there's a stubborn obstacle in our way, we can throw it back to God and say, I'm doing what I can, but if you want things to happen different, you're going to have to do something here. And let's be patient with ourselves. Allegiance to divine will can be a challenging commitment, even for those on the spiritual path. Yogacharya says we should keep aligning ourselves with divine will until it becomes a normal way of life, just like parting our hair to the other side of the head. We should be grateful for whatever the Creator gives us in life, knowing that it comes from a place of love. Let's not judge the moment, because the struggles in life are necessary for us to gain the developmental strength we need to self-realize. And let's try not to complain about anything, because when we do, we belong to the world instead. And we can learn to keep a healthy detachment to this world. It can be so overrated. As Yogananda says, this is the insane asylum of the universe. This reality is not the ultimate reality. This is not the place for us to lay down our dreams of perfection, because everything here falls apart, turns to dust, or goes away like a passing dream. But while we're here, we can access greater courage and determination by reminding ourselves of a greater reality than this one, just as Jesus did when he said, my kingdom is not of this world. Yogacharya says that we can become fearless if we keep our consciousness on God. No matter what is happening in life, no matter how bad it is, we can ask ourselves, is there a creator? Is the creator loving? Is the creator intelligent? Then won't the creator take care of its creation? We just have to accept that everything doesn't have to go the way we think it should. The ways of God are mysterious, but that adds to the excitement. If it were obvious and predictable, it wouldn't say much for the skill of the divine producer in this cosmic play. We are all on a journey from ignorance to understanding in all things. How will you best prepare for the road ahead? As we deepen our understanding, we may decide that allegiance to divine will is a better way of traveling. We develop our greatest powers to live greatly and love greatly when we align with the divine.
Hello and welcome to the show. This is going to be a little bit of a hippy-dippy episode. Simple secrets to a happy life. Because the method I want to teach you is you can use your intuition like a compass. In that little thing that I just played before, he talks about divine power. And I don't know if I agree with everything that he says in that, but I like the way he says it. Also, ask questions of the universe. I believe we are all connected in one way or another, mankind consciousness, right? All of our thoughts are somewhere. We're all kind of connected. It's probably science-based too. I just believe that though, because how many times have you been able to pick up on someone's vibe or had a question to something and it just kind of comes to you? I believe that all of our consciousness is stored somewhere, and whenever we have a big problem, the answer will come to us, whether we have to read a book to get the answer, or we have to talk to someone, or we have to, go to sleep and wake up and the answer will just kind of come to us in an epiphany. I believe that. So in order for us to live a happy life, we have to learn how to tap into our intuition. You know, there's that saying, listen to your gut. And the way that I bring this home is first you have to learn how to silence your mind. Silencing the mind is incredibly powerful. It's interesting. Whenever you wake up in the morning, you'll realize that your thoughts are in the past. You are thinking about the past. You are not present in your body. So the first thing you need to learn how to do every morning is to clear your mind. Stop thinking of the past. Stop thinking of the future. Just come into the present moment and feel gratitude for everything that you have. Feel gratitude for being alive. Feel gratitude for having another day. And then you have to be able to, not everybody can just quit their job and do this, but that's literally how you can escape the rat race. So you have to learn how to listen to your intention. You have to get into a good vibe, and then you have to set your own intentions too. It's a give and take. You can just let the divine power guide you, and your life can turn out amazing, but you can also set your own intentions. Life is like a giant buffet of experiences. If there's a specific experience that you want to have, you can set the intention and take the action and follow your intuition to get you there. In one way or another, you will get there. As long as you have clarity of purpose and you're doing the right thing for your life, then you know what to do. A lot of times the obstacles will come up in our way and we'll have to work our way around them. But a lot of the times those obstacles are actually just lessons that we need to learn in order for us to finally achieve our final goal. It's like we wouldn't appreciate it as much if we just got it instantly. So we have to go through the turmoil to get it. And finally, once we get it, we appreciate it and we're grateful for getting it, if that makes sense. But learn how to silence the mind. Pick what experiences you want to have in life. I think that's a very powerful practice. Write down not the goal, right? Or I guess it is a goal. Not all the steps that you have to do, but just think about before you die, if you were looking back on your life, what experiences do you absolutely, positively want to have? And how can you start to set intentions, listen to your intuition, and follow it to experience those things? Because you can experience anything in life, especially if you just put in the work, you set goals, you follow your intention, and you listen to your intuition. So silence the mind, pick what experience you want, set your intention and visualizing. Okay, you can journal, you can make a vision board, whatever your best method of being able to actually see it and then bring as many senses as you can into those things so that you can actually feel it. But then you basically just have to learn how to follow your intuition. The way you're going to follow your intuition is there's going to be a vibration or a feeling inside your body. And that feeling is usually, it's either in my gut, it's on my chest, and it's pointing in the right direction. So you can use your intuition as a compass to guide you where you need to go. This is very, very powerful, incredibly powerful, actually. And then you just need to reprogram your subconscious because throughout our lives, we are molded, especially when we're really little. We're like silly putty, and the world kind of molds us to think that things are this way or that way, when in reality, we can make our own rules and we can experience our own lives, but we sometimes have barriers that are made up from our past, and we have to reprogram our subconscious to have an abundant mindset that the universe is abundant. The universe will take care of us. And the hardest part of all of this is getting into an abundant mindset and then having faith that it will all work out. Because if you just quit your job today and you start just doing what you love and listening to your intuition, I'm going to tell you that it will work out. It will be very scary for you, though, in the beginning. Our monkey brain will kick in, our survival brain will kick in, and it will take us off the path. But if you can get back and believe in this and escape the rat race, your life will change forever because you'll be doing what you love, and what you love will take care of you. This is the crazy thing about life. If you become obsessed with life, life will become obsessed with you. If you do good into this world, the world will do good to you. If you wake up every morning, get into a good vibration, and set the intention that you want to serve someone today, you want to provide the absolute best service that you can, someone will come along at some point. If you stay in that vibration and you go where your intuition tells you to do, this doesn't mean you just sit on your ass and it's going to come to you. You have to feel what your intuition is telling you to do, and then you have to do it. But if you do that, you will find someone who is in need of your services that you can help today. This is incredibly, incredibly powerful. The hardest part, though, is the faith. The hardest part is the faith that the universe is abundant And what happens is we doubt ourselves. And if we doubt ourselves, the universe will doubt us as well. And we won't be able to get what we want. So we have to have this. This is why, if you remember back when you were like a teenager or young or a kid, like nothing could stop you because there was no one there to tell you no, right? There's that story about there was two little kids and they were walking on a lake, and the lake was frozen over with ice. And one of the kids fell through the lake, and the other kid was on top, and he was all alone, no parents, there's no one out there. He ran over to this tree, he broke the limb off, and then he crashed through the ice with the limb, and he saved his friend's life. When the cops showed up and the parents showed up, someone was there and they were watching, and they said, how could this little kid possibly break through, it was like 3 feet of ice to save his friend? And one of the cops replied, because no one was here to tell him that he couldn't. So if you have undeniable faith in what you want, you will get that. You have to use these certain things though. And it's very hard in our modern age to not be distracted, to not be in survival mindset or mindset mode, and to not listen to other people, but listen to our intuition. Very, very hard. But if you can do that, and if you can have faith in that, you will have unlocked the secret to having a happy and wonderful life, because the universe will take care of you. This is the last point that I want to do on this topic, because I know this is kind of woo-woo, but it's just so powerful. I want to share it with you. And I want you to wake up in the morning and realize your mind is in the past, get into the present moment, find that good vibe, set your intentions, and then really try and get used to hearing your intuition. I think women can probably do this better than men. Well, maybe, I don't know. I assume so. But listening to your intuition and letting it guide you for a day, for a week, for a month, and see what happens. It's very, very powerful. The last state is flow state. This is really cool. Flow state is like when you're playing sports and you're just doing actions without consciously thinking about it because you've done it so long. If you play basketball, you'll just be dribbling the ball. You don't really have to think about it. It's like when you drive home and all of a sudden you're home and you have no idea how you got there. You just kind of did it without having to think about it. That's flow state. Getting into a state of flow typically happens when we're doing something that's physical and mental, but we can seem to get it done really, really fast. Okay, so flow state really allows us to, it seems like once you're in a state of flow, time can go really fast and you won't even notice it. This means that when we can follow our intuition, have an intention, follow your intuition, get into a flow state, we can literally make time go faster to get us to our success faster. Because if we are the ones that are perceiving time, we can literally bend time to our will to make it happen for us. And whenever we can consistently get into a state of flow, we'll be able to silence our mind, because when you're in a state of flow, you're not thinking about anything really. And you'll be able to open up your life to new possibilities faster because you're going to be into the flow state. And that's what you're supposed to be doing anyways, because that's the experience of life at its highest, purest form. Because there's nothing except being in the present moment. Singular focus on where you need to go, and you'll be doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you'll be getting things done much faster because it seems like you are in a state of flow. Very, very powerful. I hope this was helpful for someone. It's just such a powerful thing. I just had to share it. Appreciate you. I got a ton of interviews. They're all editing and they're getting pumped out. Talked to some really, really cool people. So I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Please leave me some, 5-star reviews. Leave me some comments. Hit me with some likes. Share this with someone. And use what I just said to live a happy life.